Motion, man. Why you crying, man?
I'm emotional and I can't let go. Though my heart's telling me
So,
it's the
so,
100 show.
so, do you close your eyes when you're singing in the mass choir? Is that what you do? You look up to the sky and close your eyes while you in the mass choir, sir?
I
And your
just got to
breasts,
thank the Lord every day
and
for
your
what
breasts
he's
go
done
up and
for
down like
me.
that? Is that what you're doing?
Uh,
Your pecs go up and down. I know your pecs go up and down as you sing.
woo!
You gotta love this show. If you don't, it's 100 episodes deep, and if you're not in love with the Barbershop 918, you don't know love. It's
What's
an
wrong
ice
with you?
box where your heart used to be, because our heart,
What? You're not a conduit.
exactly.
You don't love yourself.
Your heart's
You're
not
not a conduit
full.
for the Lord.
Your heart is clumped up inside of you like a
like
church's
a honey clump.
biscuit, honey clump.
Yep. Or chocolate cake. You need some kashif to get it out of you, and then use some Kendu cloth to wipe off anything from the kashif, bringing it out of you.
Because you know,
Ray J said that. Oh, yeah, because Kendu can do. Now that's
And
endorsed.
shout out to Bill Marine.
It just happened.
It just happened.
Man.
Big Bone Tyrone's Gizzards and Waffles.
Only real fans know what's going on right now. Like, only like everybody else is like, what are they talking about?
What are they doing? Are they doing free association? What's happening?
This is all right.
Hey, Raw Dog, what was your homeboy's name? They used to hang with Big Bone Tyrone. They had that fight.
Oh, Pretty Tete.
He's a mark. He's a buster. A buster in disguise.
You gonna rue today you said that, sir.
Hey, Big Bone Tyrone said he gonna see him in Naphies and it's gonna be on and popping.
Oh, Big Bone Tyrone got diabetes.
Oh.
Pretty Tete
No.
got a switchblade waiting for you, sir.
we don't say diabetes around here.
Got the
Big
sugar.
Bone Tyrone got the sugars.
Got the sugar. I'm glad we can make fun of that disease. I'm really glad we can do that.
Can we? I'm pretty sure it's not socially acceptable, but
And there's at least 2 out of 3 of us that are probably on the way there, aren't we?
yeah.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
My doctor said I'm good.
Hey, why you being so defensive, man? Who said it was you?
Man, you said there was an elephant in the room that one time you looked at me.
I did, and I'm sorry for that, sir. You know
All
that
right.
was all in love. My heart is full.
Let's put the Plavix up and let's go and get the show started, all right? And welcome into the Barbershop 918. You're up in here with your man, Big Drew.
Big Drew!
Yeah! J-Rock.
Boom!
What kind of gun is that, bro?
I don't know. And the one and only Raw Dog. We being extra today because it's the 100th episode of the Barbershop 918. Welcome in. We've been doing this for a few years now and having a whole lot of fun bringing you entertainment. We talk about music, sports, life, every single subject we have talked about. Nothing has been off limits. And so welcome into the 100th episode of the Barbershop 918. We made it. People done moved across country and we still acting a fool. Me, okay, me, since you want to call somebody else.
Yes.
Have a Plavix and sit in the corner, all right? So a lot has happened over the past 100 or 99 episodes, and we have just absolutely enjoyed it. And we just, before we get our show started today, we just want to say thank you to every last single one of you who have listened to a Barbershop 918, shared a post, talked about it, laughed about it, and just supported us in whatever ways. And we really, truly love you and thank you for supporting the Barbershop 918.
Thank you for being a conduit of God.
Let them use you. All right, so today we got a jam-packed show for you.
Pack with jam, baby.
Yes. We're going to bring back a lot of good things. We're going to have a struggle face later on today. We also got the final cut. We always do our final cut. We're going to have our Thunder Talk here a little bit later on in the show. We got our hood topic, which is going to be pretty good because the hood topic It's going to be kind of a mixture of our best of moments, and we're going to talk about some of the best things that's happened over the past 99 episodes. So make sure you join us for that. Also, we're going to bring back something really, 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 really special. We're going to bring back the Ratchet Report. Yes. Yes.
You hear that?
Big Bone Tyrone came through with a sponsorship, so we were able to bring back the Ratchet Report, the world famous Ratchet Report.
This episode only.
This episode only. Yes. Yes. This episode only.
Because Big Bone Tyrone got a budget.
We'll
right?
let the people choose. If they choose to say.
Oh, now the people get to choose. Okay.
Bring us back.
And of course, we got our word on the street. The word on the street is when we talk about a little bit of everything. And so, there we go. Jesse is in the building. Maybe we'll bring him. We need some Jesse. Maybe we get Jesse later.
Need Jesse.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the UFC and other things that's going on around boxing and other things. If he's available. He's a busy man. We know that. All right. Jay, are you ready? Little Petty, are you ready?
Ready to leave? Should I leave?
You can if you like. I can X you off the screen if you don't want to be.
Don't be Xing me off the screen.
Little Petty, are you ready? Here we go. Hey, man, don't sit on my lap. You can just do your thing. All right, here we go. Now, just look into the mic. Make sure you in the mic. You ready?
All right.
Go.
1, 2, 3. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Ratchet. We should have practiced this. We should have practiced this a little bit. We went from having like 4 people watching to none. That's how it goes. Thank you, Little Petty. You can now go do homework or something important for your life. Oh, man. The world famous. It was. We should have practiced, Jay. We should have practiced.
We look like the Temptations when they got back together at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
On their first practice, that's what we look like, man.
It's okay.
It was good.
It's
good and terrible.
It was very horrible.
I'm embarrassed for you guys.
It's cool. And I noticed people came back after we got done. All right, so it's time for us to get into the world famous Ratchet Report. J-Rock, what you got?
Okay, first up on the Ratchet Report, we have a NFL player from the Green Bay Packers, Trevor Davis. He was arrested for allegedly making false bomb threats at the airport this past weekend.
Well, that's just dumb as hell. Why would you do that?
Mr. Davis was at the Hawaiian Airlines ticket counter with a lady, and they asked whether he had packed fireworks or other dangerous items. He replied yes, and then turned to the female companion and said, "Did you pack the explosives?"
But that was funny.
You're an idiot, Mr. Davis. He went ahead and he apologized and told the responding officer he was joking, but the ticket agent said she thought he was serious.
Hey,
Hey, it's all about context, man. You just can't say that there. They don't take too kindly to those kind of jokes.
No, you can't. You can't at all.
But it was funny. It's just out of context, man. It's all out of context.
Yeah.
I wonder will he still be on the Packers coming into this upcoming season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to get rid of him for that
So,
doing like that.
When we first started the world famous Ratchet Report, we had somebody in the news that was in the Ratchet Report. If I'm not mistaken, was Lamar Odom not in one of the original Ratchet Reports?
He was.
And he was in it because he pulled off a miracle. He was able to kind of somewhat get his girl back temporarily by overdosing in a brothel. So,
yeah, by going on a hoedown.
So
don't forget the white girl was in the building.
Exactly. So maybe the next person in the Ratchet Report may follow his example. We don't know. Who do we got up next in the world famous Ratchet Report?
Mr. Tristan Thompson Kardashian.
Again, Chloe's involved somehow.
Exactly.
From the Cleveland Cavaliers, the power forward. Word came out yesterday on TMZ that he was pretty much he was in a double team. You know what I'm saying? He was boxed in and he was doubled, and he couldn't pass the ball to LeBron. It was caught on the Maury camera.
And don't put LeBron in that, man. Don't put LeBron in that. LeBron got enough problems, man.
Well, he was caught on video with two women, and they were, getting it on a little bit. They were having some fun.
Those are his cousins, man.
Now you don't motorboat your cousins. No, you don't do that.
Depends on where you're from, man. You from Arkansas?
Oh God, we done lost all our Arkansas viewers. Oh my God.
My bad. I'm just playing, man. I kid.
But Mr. Thompson Kardashian, apparently one of the women that was in the video is one of his side pieces because she was posting pictures of him on her Instagram last night, and she tagged Khloe into the pictures.
Oh,
that's dirty.
Yeah,
then she leaked a video of them some things.
Looking.
Yes.
That's dirty, man. That is real dirty. And Tristan should know better, man. You're going to be doing stuff like that, have people sign NDAs and, make sure they don't have any electronics. He been down this road before. He just being real stupid.
But you do know what happened the last time he did this because he left his first baby mama for Khloe Kardashian, and the Cavs came back from 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors and won the NBA championship in 2016. So anything's possible. Anything's possible in 2018.
Have you seen his baby mama?
Which one?
No, the last one he was with.
Oh, you talking about Khloe or the one before that?
No, I'm talking about the one before. The one he left to get with Khloe. The one he was with before Khloe. You see how beautiful she is? She's
beautiful. She's beautiful.
Really pretty. And I'm like, why'd you go to Khloe? Khloe is basic, isn't she?
She got that Kardashian money. She got that OJ Kardashian money.
She is OJ's daughter.
OJ's daughter.
Yeah,
she is OJ's daughter.
She is.
Because she built like a linebacker. That's for doggone sure.
All right, so it's time for us to exit
I want mama.
Hey, Black, I'm OJ.
Time for us to get up out of the Ratchet Report. It felt good to do another Ratchet Report, man. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Sorry we left you.
Bring the Ratchet Report back.
If we do, we got to work on that music first. All right, so remember, coming up later on, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA. We got a question where someone asked, who do I like in the playoffs? I can't lie. I'm always going to say Thunder. I'm not going to say anyone else. But I'm also going to say the Cavs. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Coming up right now, we got the world famous Word on the Street.
And this will need practice. Word on the street is the sweet one.
You're tired, ain't you? When you get used like that, just when God's just flowing through you, it's just nothing you can do but just.
Take me to the king.
Oh, man. All right, so.
Hey, man, that ain't funny, man.
Yeah, I keep playing with God. All right, so.
That ain't funny, Jay.
All right, so
I love the Lord. Do you come?
Another great moment. On this episode, the 99th, on this 100th episode of the Barbershop 918, the Word on the Street will feature Chef Sharon coming up here in a little bit, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But the Word on the Street is when we talk about everything going on in television with music as well as with the box office report. Right now,
next week, Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy album will be the #1 album in America. It's already went gold. It was a good listen. Cardi B has a good album. Her management team, her ghostwriters, her street team, everybody, they did a good job of helping Cardi B out with this album. She's going to debut at #1 next week. This week we have Coachella, and Beyonce is going to perform, and Nicki Minaj has new music coming out this week.
Let me ask you something. How much time could you spend around Cardi B before you decide you had to get out of there?
Well, Cardi B is hood, just like me, as you know. So I could spend time with Cardi B for a long time, as long as she doesn't talk.
Jay, this ain't got nothing to do with being hood. This is how annoying she is. You know Cardi B is annoying to talk to, right? With that all that other crazy stuff, that's annoying. I mean, come on, what adult talks like that, bro?
So few out there.
It's gotta just all be entertainment, man. It can't be real.
She could be one of the Yin Yang twins at this point.
We don't know.
Yin Yang sister. I don't know.
Like
I'm just saying that's annoying.
Like they doing like a white girl's version kind of thing where they with the makeup and they're all dressed up like it. Man. All right. So what else we got in music news, boss?
That's all for music. I'm giving Raw Dizzle the bounce pass so he can dunk in the box office chumps.
So what's coming out this Friday, April 13th? By the way, April 12th, my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Mama. She'll be 19 years old.
Riri.
Yep. Number 5, going down fast on the charts. Tyler Perry's Acrimony. Next week, it'll be number 36. Matter of fact, I'm going to track it, sir. And number 4, with 8 million, Black Panther, still in top 5. Number 3 is a movie I told y'all about last week, The Blockers. Number 3, Blockers, made 20 million, dude. 20 million. Number 2.
What's that movie called again?
Blockers.
Okay.
I'm not going to say the whole thing, dude. You know I can't do that. Number 2, Ready Player One. That's the Steven Spielberg movie. Is at number 2. And number 1, this is the flick I told you about last week, A Quiet Place. The horror thriller with, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. Krasinski. It came in number 1, made $50 million last week, man.
$50 million?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I just screw that up? Yeah, I did. Because I was going to talk about what was coming out, and I just gave you all the box office shelves.
That's cool, man. We enjoyed it anyway. What else?
But let me tell you what's coming out. There's one movie that you need to see this weekend, and that, of course, includes my man Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's called Rampage. Now, I don't know if y'all know about the video game Rampage, but the video game includes a big giant gorilla, a big giant bat, and a big giant wolf, and they're like tearing the city up. If you've seen some of the previews, this looks like one of those The Rock action movies that's big, loud, and it has a big giant gorilla in it. So, you know.
They all look the same.
Well, yeah, okay. You're right.
All his movies, him and Kevin Hart, they make the same movies over and over again. Love the movies, but it's just the same movies.
So what else do you expect out of The Rock, though, man? You expect some kind of dramatic turn for him, man? He's from WWE. What do you want?
In fact, I want him to make a romantic comedy.
A coming-of-age love story.
Yes.
What do you think
Boyz
the Tooth Fairy
II Men with the musical score.
The Tooth. Oh my God! I forgot he was in Tooth Fairy. Yeah.
Didn't he get a what is it? The opposite of an Oscar? Did he get a
Razzie?
A Razzie for that?
I don't know what your expectations are of The Rock, dude. I don't know why you say that, man. He's not a great actor. He's not going to ever win like an Oscar. So what do you want, bro?
Well, he'll be the president in 2020, so we don't have to talk about that anymore. Continue.
So anyway, that's what's coming out this Friday. Make sure y'all check out Rampage with my man Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, baby. That's the movies.
That's the movies. All right, so in television, man, we've got a lot of good things going on. We're gonna try to bring in our Netflix binge watching things. And
there she is.
Did we just?
Oh, now you want to do it right.
The chef is here. The chef is here.
I can't hear y'all. Am I doing something wrong?
We can't hear you.
Hold on. Wait. Can I hear you? I can hear you. Let's talk. Say something. Can I hear me?
The chef is here.
Okay. Can y'all see me?
All we see is a picture of you.
Yeah, we just see the picture.
Oh, it's a cute picture too. I see it.
It is, girl.
But
okay, here we are. Y'all see me now?
Yeah, we can see you.
Do I need to adjust it a little or anything?
We see your hand.
Okay, you know what? Be quiet. My bad. I ain't mean to mess y'all up. Y'all show up.
No, this show is already
I need to
It's
go
already
watch
messed up. We're not known for good
It's-
production and that
It
kind of
was messed
stuff.
up when they was doing a Ratchet report.
Yes.
It
And
was
I did
bad.
log off on that part. It was
Was it
hard to
terrible?
watch.
It was terrible.
It was hard. I can't lie. It was hard to watch. It was.
It was hard to
We was,
watch.
no, we was coming out hard like 8-Ball and MJG back in '93.
I literally just
Please don't do that.
I just left the premises. I didn't want to be involved.
I still know all the lyrics to Coming Out Hard song. That's
Listen.
All right, Pastor.
Listen, I can't even say what my favorite song is on that album. Anyway, so
track 6 or 7. You can
I
tell
don't
me.
know what track it is.
No, let's just move on. What do we
I'm
have?
gonna say something bad.
Yeah. So what do we got for our what do we got to watch that would be good for us to binge right now?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So listen. I've just been on a binge watching. I've been going crazy. Like they should pay me for this. So listen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they really should.
Is that a threat that we should pay him for this?
Not y'all. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I was about to slowly push the button.
Like, we ain't got no money.
Delete.
Okay, so listen. I got 3 good ones for y'all. Now, y'all know we talked about David Letterman's show.
With Barack Obama.
What's it called? Next Guest. What is it?
It is my next guest needs
My
no
next guest is something like needs no introduction. Anyway, so this latest one was an interview with Jay-Z.
I heard it was pretty good.
This is the thing. I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. He's like, when he say Jay-Z, I'm like, But the interview,
What?
But the interview
Drew, hit the button.
was amazing.
Was it?
Yes, the interview was very good. It was a really good, and of course, because David Letterman is amazing. Y'all know I used to have a crush on him. So of course, anything he does is amazing.
David Letterman is
So,
amazing.
yes, I had a crush on David Letterman. So
Must
listen,
be his beard.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird things out here in this world. Don't try to get explanations. Listen, so listen. The interview was really dope. You learned a lot about like his childhood. You get to see, and like I said, when I think Jay-Z, I'm like, yeah. And now I actually might be a semi-fan a little bit after the interview because it's a really good interview. I thought it was kind of, he was real clever in the way he kind of curved some of the questions too. It was he had some nice little clever answers. It flowed. It was just a really good interview. I think y'all should watch it. Check it out.
Well, I've been wanting to check that out. When I went to it, it wasn't. They didn't have it ready to play. They just had a preview of it, so it's out.
Yeah. Well, it's playing now. Really
Okay.
good.
I'll check it out.
Okay. Another thing I watched, and I should have said this one first. To say the worst for first. Like I should have did it. Roxanne Shante.
Oh my God. That was
down.
Was it a downer? I was like, golly, Roxanne.
Okay, this is the thing. Okay, Roxanne was 13, 14 when she had her song.
Yeah.
I was 13 or 14 when she had her song. That's the only thing she's done. So it was kind of like pointless to make a whole. Give her an unsung. Just give me an unsung episode. I'm cool with that. But a whole movie. There was no substance to this movie.
Didn't she discover Nas, basically?
And this is the thing with that. Now, they showed Nas walk up to her. He said, hey, I got to, he was wanting to rap for her, but he got stuck. She said, well, next time you come to me, be ready. I'm going to beat you up. So at the end of the movie, he came to her and flowed. And then the movie ended. So that was the whole little Nas piece. It wasn't like she discovered Nas.
Well, here's the thing. I see your point, and you have a very good point. I don't think she deserved the whole movie, maybe an unsung episode. However, it was very interesting to hear them talk about all those battle records that they had back in the day. Like Sparky.
Were you there when it was happening?
Yeah, I was there.
How interesting was it?
I mean, back then it was very interesting.
It was, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't whole movie worthy.
No, you're right. I agree.
Unsung episode, they should have left it there. So we giving that movie
Let
too
me-
much time because it wasn't good enough.
I fell asleep on it. It
Let me-
was a down.
Let me ask y'all this about the movie, because I still haven't really watched it. Was Neil Long's performance, was it good? Like, was that a highlight? Was there any highlights from it?
It got better as the movie went along. At first, it was over the top. But
You're not used to seeing
got
her as
better
a drunk.
Yeah.
So Shadea just had Monique play
It
it.
was a Neil Long performance.
H-Dog.
Hey, Monique would have killed that role, man. She would have killed that role.
You know, when it comes down to Neil Long, Taraji, you gotta look at the stuff they played in before. You don't expect too much from Taraji. She played in Baby Boy, Hustle and Flow.
Taraji's always
Neil Long is played in the the UPN kind of movies. So
the UPN kind of movie.
Never mind. If you didn't catch that, we're not gonna say it.
You pick it.
So listen.
I get it.
So I mean, not to downplay her.
That's messed up.
She played her role. She was Neil Long. She was good. She was, she for the movie itself. She didn't bring anything to make the movie sparkle.
It was a depressing movie.
It was a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, because it highlighted her getting beat up more than it did.
Yeah, a lot.
Her music. It was like the music was an afterthought. Her getting beat up was the main thing.
His name, Marshall. His last name was Ali. He was
Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Thank you for the comic book reference. I expected you to say from Moonlight. I thought because you don't want us to see Moonlight.
I tried to watch it.
I saw it too. I saw Moonlight.
So listen, we are on to our the other show I want to talk about is Rapture. Dang it.
Man, I gotta watch that. I heard about that.
Okay, Rapture's on Netflix.
I saw the first episode with Logic.
Yeah, it's a series about each episode is about a different rapper, a producer, whatever. So T.I. is one of the people featured. 2 Chainz is being featured. So you get to get a little background about them, their life, this and that or whatever, So I learned about some people I didn't know nothing about. Like, I'm like a complete fan of Rhapsody now from the show. Like, because they did a show on a rapper named Rhapsody, and I didn't know nothing about her. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, she's dope. So I liked it. I liked the show.
The show's good. I come to find out I don't like Logic. Watching the Logic episode, the very first one, I now dislike him.
Yeah, I think so.
He's annoying.
To be honest with you, watching the first episode, I didn't get into it. I actually didn't finish the episode, and I skipped past him and watched everybody else's.
He's annoying. He is your basement bargain M&M, basically.
All right, so that's all I got for y'all. But I will say this. There is a show that I want to talk about if y'all bring me on again next week.
Carlton Pierce? On my block.
Talk about it. But listen.
We do need to talk about that next week.
Andrew has not seen it, so we got to let him get caught up so we can talk about it. It's
my block.
Really good show.
I've seen it. But now the Carlton Pearson one comes out today, or yesterday. Come Sunday. Y'all know who Carlton Pearson is.
We do need to talk about that one next week, too.
Oh, okay. So it comes out when?
It's out now.
Well, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. So I'm going to check that out because it looks very interesting. It has, what's his name? The guy that plays, Chiwetel Ejiofor that plays.
I've never been able to say his name, but yeah.
But he plays Carlton, and I saw a clip of it. He got Carlton down. He got him.
I can't wait to see it. So
they got Martin Sheen playing Oral Roberts, so it's going to be pretty interesting.
Man.
If you're
listen, and I got one for y'all. Everybody needs to watch. Netflix got a series on Trump, how he made it to the presidency. He got all these episodes all about him. I think y'all should watch.
See you laughing. You know why you laughing, right? There's a reason why you laugh when you tell us that.
Just so y'all know it's out there.
I give a Trump about Trump.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. I'll talk to y'all.
The Shelf!
Happy 100th episode. I'm proud of you guys. Love the show. Keep it going.
What's your favorite?
Keep me on it.
What's your favorite moment of all time, of all the episodes? What's your favorite Barbershop 918 moment?
Hood debate. Churches versus Popeyes.
Yep.
Honey Clumps.
Yep.
Honey Clumps.
Honey Clumps.
Favorite.
Hey, I got Jay with the pricing because he was trying to go with the Popeyes, the box thing, the $5 thing on Tuesday.
Right.
And I said, well, churches, it's bargain every day of the week. You can get about 500 pieces of chicken for $3.
It's the chicken of choice when somebody has a funeral.
Yep.
Somebody,
Yep.
The mama just got paid on Friday meal.
And
everybody getting 2 pieces of chicken.
Listen, when I go through the line now, I'll be like, make sure y'all put one of them honey clumps in there.
And a pepper.
And they know what you're talking about.
Put a honey clump in a pepper.
And a pepper. Not pepper.
A pepper.
P-E-P-P-A.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right, Chef.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Later.
All right, so that brings us right now to our next segment, which is our hood debate, and we're going to talk all about the best of the Barbershop 918. Once again, we've made it to 100 episodes, and 100 episodes, we almost ready for syndication, you know? You know, like, now we can have...
on YouTube.
Yeah. So, 100 episodes of the Barbershop 918 has been very fun. We got together a few years back, saw Jay at a Quick Trip, was like, you know, we got to do something. And Jay was like, let's hook up at Buffalo Wild Wings. And I remember that because he paid for it. And
yeah, he did.
Now that he's married, he doesn't do that. That doesn't happen. So
he don't do that.
Budget restraint.
But we got together, and I think it was instant magic for me, man. Like, I don't feel like even the first episode it wasn't really all that awkward. We knew we had something special. And so I've always enjoyed the show, man. What's some of you guys?
Drew, you didn't even know the name of the show.
No, absolutely didn't.
As we were doing the show, said, what's the name of the show we're doing right now?
Yeah, because if you know me, I'm going to always do like 3 or 4 shows. So I was just like, all right, which one am I at today? So,
very petty of you, sir.
He's at the barbershop, Drew. Oh, yeah, the barbershop. Yeah.
What we calling this again? Yeah. And I think...
Well, for those that have never listened to our audio version of the show, you definitely need to check us out and go all the way back and hear the growth from the first show all the way to this show, man. It's a lot of growth. And some of the funniest, my lights just went out. There you go.
Oh, God.
That was crazy. Some of the funniest things are in the earlier shows where we just kind of let loose, man. Probably one of the funniest things I remember was when we talked about we got into an argument about Rocky 3 versus Rocky 4. Remember that?
Yeah.
And
we were talking about Creed. And
somehow we started talking about the theater in Sand Springs. Remember the theater in Sand Springs?
Yes, the sticky floors in Sand Springs.
I said I left my shoes in Sand Springs.
The flow's so nasty.
It is nasty, man. They don't even, like, why? Why even mop? You can't mop at this point.
I see the baby that's been there for 3 years.
They don't mop. They tar and feather the floor.
Never mind that big bump right there. That's a baby.
I've been eating this popcorn for the last 3 years.
And I remember when Jay went into this whole thing about being accosted by 2 guys in Connecticut, was trying to give him a mixtape. I was like, wait a minute.
Part-time thugs.
We got thugs in Connecticut? And at that time, we were doing a Stevie Wonder, like a top 5 Stevie Wonder. We went to this whole thing called Part-Time Thugging. I grabbed my gun and lit the streets. So those are one of the ones I remember. Is the Part-Time Thugging, the argument about Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 for whatever reason we still have to this day, because you guys just don't get it. And there was one time where I legitimately made J-Rock mad. J-Rock's a pretty easygoing guy, as you can see. It take a lot to make him mad, but one time I actually made him mad on the air. It was hilarious. It was, of course, OSU-OU, the fight we have every single year, right? Right, Jay? And Jay got mad.
Whatever.
Jay got pissed off at me on air. And he said, are you kidding? He used his words. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Drew, you hear him? He actually said that. And I said, yep. And I don't like OU's jerseys. I was like, OU got some cheap jerseys. They need to put more money in that program. OU, it's been a principal program for Yep, it still looked like a B team. Oh, it made Jay so mad.
Yeah, you said you alluded to the fact that OSU is just as good as OU. And
Yeah,
that's
said, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that set them off. That set them off. Our jerseys and our stadium look way better than y'all. Jay did not want to hear that. You remember that, Jay?
Yeah, I remember that because you were so passionate about OSU beating OU. I went to the game and they didn't beat them. OU beat them like they was one of James Evans' kids.
OSU lost. Yet when we had that conversation, I was the calm one. You was going off, and you won. I didn't get that, man. I
still remember it was Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, and your son was there, and you were trying to do that just to get me all riled up, and you got me riled up.
So I think, go ahead, J-Rock, what you got, man?
I would say for me it's on the sports side. That first season that we started was the year that the Cowboys, they were in the midst of Tony Romo had went out for the season, and so the Cowboys had Brandon Weeden and Matt Castle as the quarterbacks. And I made Matt Cassell, and I made a mistake of saying that Matt Cassell was going to lead the Cowboys to the promised land.
You did
and
say
Drew in his petty ways was like, Jay, I guess you forgot that I know all about Matt Cassell because he was my quarterback in Kansas City. And Mr. Castle went on to lose like 11 straight games for the Cowboys. And every week, it was a struggle. I even went to a Cowboys game in Tampa, Florida, and they lost. And I posted a struggle face. I gave myself the struggle face for that week.
Yeah.
Remember when Drew went in on Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I made a slight comment about Jordan, and you went on a rant. That's the way. And see, y'all still sensitive about it. If you say anything about Michael Jordan or Jay-Z, you need to watch your mouth. You blasphemous.
You really do. You really do.
You know what? You knew you was going on a rant because you said, well, let me preface this by saying, when you say something like that, you know you're going to say something that's going to make us mad. And you knew going into it, you was going to make us mad.
Because y'all worship Jordan, and he all right. I mean,
It's not even about worship. It's just that you were just wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You were just
Michael Jordan ain't never did. Michael Jordan ain't what you guys think he is. He ain't what you think he is.
He is that and more, sir.
He's not. He's not.
Tell him, Raw Dog. Tell him.
At the end of the day, I'm going to always prefer LeBron James over Michael Jordan. And I'm introducing something new into that argument because I didn't say that. Like, why? Because on and off the court, LeBron James is something that you can look up to. LeBron James is a winner. He's a good guy all around. He makes people around him that absolutely would be G League better.
What about Kobe then?
And you know how I feel about Kobe. Kobe is on my list. Only thing that I would say that's different between Kobe and LeBron is
Colorado?
Yeah. That, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, and I was like, and I love Kobe. I went to his last road game and everything. I really love Kobe Bryant, but I think at the end of the day, he didn't make his teammates any better. He just took them along for the ride. And he had Shaq at the beginning, too.
There is no LeBron without Jordan.
I mean, well, in that case, there's no Jordan. I mean, there's without Elgin Baylor or whatever you would want to say. Like, that's just the way life goes. It's one step at a time.
It's not true because Jordan was the one that brought the NBA.
Jordan ain't self-made. He didn't. No, he's not.
Jordan came around at the right time to take the NBA to the stratosphere. Okay, before the NBA was not as big. I mean, you still had the Boston Celtics, LA Lakers thing, but it didn't shoot off until Jordan became a star.
No, I'm sorry.
Bingo.
Man. No, that's bull. Because at the end of the day, what Magic and Bird did is turn the NBA around and set it up for Jordan so our generation can accept Jordan. But no, at the end of the day, no, that was just a setup for us to be able for our generation. But at the end of the day, Magic and Bird is what turned the NBA from being this freak show you didn't want to watch to something that was reputable. And
I didn't say it didn't do that. I'm saying,
but you can't give credit to Jordan for something he wasn't responsible for. Magic and Bird was responsible for that.
Okay, so there had to be somebody to come after Magic and Bird.
And I'm admitting that it's Jordan, but you can't say Jordan was the one that turned the NBA around. No, he didn't.
I didn't say that. I said Jordan was
literally just did.
He didn't turn it around. I said Bird, and Magic turned it around, but Jordan took it to the stratosphere.
He took it to the next level.
He made it international.
Well,
Jordan made the game international.
I can say that much, but that doesn't say anything about saying he's still the great. He still can never be the greatest player of all time to me.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
To you, not me.
He's the GOAT to about 95% of NBA fans, sir.
He's the GOAT to 95% of people who just casually believe that they should believe it.
There's no casualty to it, man.
But when you watch the game at the end of the day, because most people aren't even watching LeBron with real eyes. They're watching him through Jordan, through the Jordan blinders. Jordan won't let me look at LeBron. I can't see the game the right way. It's got to be through my Jordan lenses, boss. Man, what? You can save it. It's not. You don't look at.
I'm not saying
you're not looking at LeBron fairly. You've got your Jordan shades on.
LeBron is an amazing player. He changed the game, but LeBron also brought on this punk mentality of trying to win rings.
Okay, and so Jordan brought in a whole different mentality for off the court. The examples that he set for NBA players off the court brought in a whole culture of gambling and selfishness. So what would you say then?
Allegedly,
and not caring about his community. So there's a whole lot of things you could throw on Jordan's back. There's a whole lot of things. Okay. All right, well, one of my favorite moments from the Barbershop 918 was when my son mentioned something about the great city where Michael Jordan resides, Chicago. What can you go and do in Chicago? What did little man say? He said, die.
Die.
That's not funny. And the people in Chicago will not stand for this, even from a child, sir. This has to stop. The disrespect has to stop.
One of my other...
Say something. Don't sit there and look at the camera.
No. It was funny.
Say something, James.
One of my other favorite moments.
I got some. Go ahead, Drew. My bad.
One of my other favorite moments from the Barbershop 918, and it's a more serious moment, was when we got together and we talked about the Terrence Crutcher murder. Like, that was one of the things where we had a serious moment, and we proved to any of the listeners that we're more than just entertainment. Like, we actually, got in there and put our real feelings and emotions out there and our frustration with what's going on in America. And I think that set us up to, we've continued to talk about real issues in real ways. We ain't perfect, but we figure, we got our real feelings about it. So that was one of my favorite moments from the Barbershop.
That really hit home because it was in our backyard.
It was, yeah.
Not to say that any of the other situations that we've had to deal with over the past 7-8 years, Terrence Ferguson, all the other ones that have died senselessly, haven't been affected. This one was right here, and it had a special kind of hurt on it, I guess. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
It felt personal, because a lot of us knew people that knew that man personally.
Yeah, remember Regina was on the show and she was in school with him at that time. So it was sort of like, that was a big thing for us. So I think you were saying Terrence Crutcher and you mixed in Ferguson.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with Terrence Ferguson. Just wanted to throw that.
I'm sorry. He's a basketball player. I'm getting my stuff all mixed up. But, yeah, what happened in Ferguson with Mike Brown and all that stuff. I mean, we've been dealing with that stuff over the last 7-8 years. But when this happened, this was here. So it gave us kind of a unique perspective on the situation. And it was the one of the first few times that we got pretty serious on the show. And all of us had a chance to kind of, have our say. And that's what this show is really all about. We got times when it's funny, you got times when it's serious, and you got the times in between. And that's pretty much what the barbershop is all about. That's what happens in real barbershops,
Hey, Jay, what'd you have, man, before we get out of here?
No, I was going to say one of the things that I liked is that we used to do ride-alongs when we were in town. When you were in town, the ride-along, that kind of like enhanced our show because we were able, we were getting off of work and we were able to get together at the end of the workday and just kind of like, it was kind of like a relief in some sense because, we were dealing with things. You were dealing with your job. Raw Dog was dealing with his job. I was dealing with snotty-nosed kids. And so it was like a relief to come and hang with you guys and do ride-alongs. And we did top fives. We did the best of. We did hip hop bracket March Madness that was criticized by many people, you know, and everybody thought Jay-Z was going to win, but Andre 3000 won. So, you know, it's
rightfully so, and rightfully so.
so it's been. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
I enjoy the ride-alongs, man. That was one of some of our funniest segments. Was when we were in the car together. We just three brothers in the car, because you don't know, once you get outside of the studio or whatever, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You don't know who you're going to encounter when you're out there on the streets. And
who you going to run into at Quick Trip?
Yeah.
And Drew had a lot of fans out there that he did not want to run into.
I was trying to be off work, and we go to like the most homeless Quick Trip. You know, like
the homeless Quick Trip.
Yeah.
My favorite one was when Drew was giving his top 5, and Rog Dog just busts out and says, "Does he have an eye patch on?" And I lost it. I was like, "I'm sorry, Drew."
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
All right, so it's time for us to go ahead and move out of our hood topic into our Thunder Talk. And the Thunder Talk is, hey, is the game on yet? It's been on for a little while.
Yeah, the game on Paul George is cooking right now. He's made all of his shots.
What's the score?
About time.
What's the score, Jay?
So we like talking about we could talk about the NBA in general. There's a lot going on. If we were responsible, yeah, we would break down some of the playoff brackets and different things, like the potential playoff matchups. But truthfully, we don't really know the playoff setup until the end of the night tonight. So I'm not going to really talk about that. However, we know who's in the playoffs for the most part. So while Jay's getting the score, Raw Dog, who do you got?
As far as
who do you got? Well, never mind. Look like Jay got the score. What you got, bro?
I got it. 30-25 at the end of the first quarter.
We don't got it. Everything
our way.
Up. What'd you say?
Thunder are up 37-25 at the end of the first quarter. Russell Westbrook has 4 rebounds.
Okay.
Needs 12 more.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
Probably not.
Oh, he gonna get it. He was the last.
He's gonna try.
If you didn't see the game on Monday, Russell was in the lane every time. He's like, move. He's getting cherry picking rebounds. He was getting late game over with rebounds.
I really loved the way they played Saturday against Houston. I mean, if that team that played Saturday in Houston is a dangerous team in the playoffs. But the key is that the team we're gonna see every single time. That is what's maddening about this team.
I feel like come playoffs, I think that's when we will see that team. I don't think this squad is immature. Like last year's squad was like, we got here. Now ain't nothing we can do. But they were consistently what they were. I think this team is going to be consistently who they are, and the best thing that could work to our advantage is if we somehow can drop into that 6 or 5 spot, because I believe that we do have a better shot in the consistent way that we play. I believe we can beat Portland, or we could potentially beat Utah if we really are locked in on the defensive side. I think it'd be a lot easier to beat Utah than Portland, but I do know that we would do that. Honestly, it works out well for me if we draw Portland, because maybe one of y'all can buy me a ticket. I'm just saying. And I can. No, okay.
Skybox Chris, holla at your boy.
There you go, right there. Jeremy Grant is the key, is what he said, and that's true. The play of Jeremy Grant here lately has been a key factor, and it's crazy because it works perfect with Carmelo still actually starting. Like I wish we could say we want Jeremy Grant, coming in and starting. He's not ready for that, and his type of energy is needed for that second. It's all the second unit has.
We need him at the end of the game. That's what we need him at.
Yeah.
Because Carmelo goes into the bushes in the fourth quarter, but we need Jeremy's energy. We need Jeremy's rebounds. We need Jeremy getting the 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying?
Just hustling, his hustle.
Yeah. And that's what it takes, because at the end of the day, I think there's a limitation on the second unit's talent sometimes. Like when it comes to Felton's great, but there's a limitation to his game with his age, and so Patrick Patterson, I'm not saying he's a letdown or anything like that, but he's a system player, and I don't know if we really have the right system for him because he needs to get into a groove in order for his game to be effective. So I like Jeremy Grant and what he's doing, man. Like as far as leading us, I really honestly feel like we have a legitimate chance to go into the second round. I think if we stay where we at, do we have a chance of beating Golden State? Maybe not, but I do feel like we do have a chance of at least grabbing 2. Maybe. I think we can grab 2 games solid. I know we can do that.
I like the fact that Melo's back in the playoffs, and I think with that, hopefully, that will put a fire up under him, and he started going towards the basket a little bit more instead of relying on this jump shot.
Yeah.
Or shooting crazy from the 3.
Well, I think
he had a good game on Saturday against Houston. You know, he started off hot, 14 in the first quarter.
But that's because he was going towards the basket, though. You know, he wasn't just settling on that back him up and then turn around. I'm gonna shoot over him or shooting from 3. He was actually getting to the rim, and that's what Carmelo needs to do. But I know you're not gonna get that every single game because Carmelo is in his late 30s. But every now and then we're gonna need that Carmelo to show up, man. You're not gonna get that every game, though. I know that.
Chris said, "How did Felton manage to lose or to gain weight during the season?"
A lot of cookies and pizza.
Late night Waffle House. Yeah.
Ice event center fish and Bobo's chicken on the east side of Oklahoma City.
Yeah. And I think with Felton, I did not know this, but the people here in Portland absolutely hate Raymond Felton because apparently he was supposed to be their savior when he came in, and all he did was gain weight and shoot horribly. So like whenever he gets the ball in Portland, when they play in Portland, they literally are chanting "Fat Boy" or like any vicious fat joke that they can. They yell it at him, and like I'm looking down my timeline in Portland, every time Felton does something good, it's like they call the Thunder Fat Albert in the gang. Like they can't stand Raymond Felton. It's the weirdest thing. Like who knew that people could have a problem with Raymond Felton.
He's getting to remember what's his name? Big Baby
Big Baby Davis.
Big Baby. He's going into that territory. He really is.
Well, he's selling dope. Is that what it? He just got arrested for that.
I know, man. That's not what I was talking about.
I know y'all seen the video. Did y'all see the video of him on TMZ on the plane with the Popeyes chicken and the money and all that stuff?
I saw that picture.
Wow.
I said, "Oh, Big Baby."
Every stereotype in the world in that video.
All he was missing was the grape soda and slice of watermelon. That's it.
And some kashif.
Yeah.
Grape soda and a slice of watermelon. That sounds good.
Let me stop. Let me ask you something. Who do you feel is who do you feel is the favorites going into the playoffs? Like, is there a dark horse? Is there, what's your take on these? Philly? Really?
Dark horse. Philly. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people in the playoffs, man. I really do.
He built like steel from juice.
What?
He said he built like steel from juice.
He do. Making them jacked up eggs with the beer and stuff in it. That's not right, man.
No.
Something wrong with being big, man.
I feel like in the East, it sets up well for LeBron, GM James, and the Cavaliers because, as you know, in Boston, Kyrie Irving went down. I'm not sold on the Toronto Raptors. ESPN is bigging them up. They're the number 1 seed in the East. Toronto is what Boston was last year. They're the number 1 seeds, but they're weak. They're not going to beat Cleveland.
Who's your dark horse then? We know you love Cleveland, but who's your dark horse?
I mean, I like Philly, but
that's what I'm saying.
I just feel like they're too young. They're like the 2010 Thunder. You know what I'm saying? They have the talent, but in those late game situations, they're going to face a team that's veteran led, and that's where they're going to struggle at.
But they're going to be dangerous enough for other teams. They can't not take them seriously, man.
Yeah, I think.
Then out. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say out west. I mean, you gotta look at OKC and Utah. Utah has put together an amazing season. A lot of people they just look at Utah and they kind of like just, push them out to the side. But they were at the ninth seed sometime in February, and they ripped off like a 14-game winning streak. And now, if they win tonight against Portland, they'll be the number 3 seed.
Right.
And they win the Northwest Division Championship for the first time.
They beat Golden State by 40 the other night, didn't they? Of course, Golden State didn't care too much about that game.
They whipped them legs.
They did.
They did.
I think for me, I fall in line with thinking it could be the Thunder or it could be the Portland Trailblazers that might surprise in the second round. Like whichever one of those teams, if those teams, whoever they get in the second round, I think they have the potential to surprise especially Houston. I feel like Houston is set up right now to be surprised. Like especially with them losing, what's his name, Amute or whatever his name is. He shouldn't have been in the, they was playing dangerous last night. They had Chris Paul in the fourth quarter, shaking people. I don't like dude, by the way. But anyway, that whole team, man, like they don't, I think from top to bottom, Houston's a pretty good team. But to be honest with you, when it comes to playoff time and people start shedding off certain things and really locking down, I don't know if Houston can really do because Golden State had so many threats that it was like, all right, you get to that point where it's like, all right, you don't know what you can, they figure another way to score because there's so many different threats out there. Houston really doesn't have that. You kind of know what their threats are. And I don't know if Trevor Ariza is a big enough third option or if Capella's a third option well enough yet. You know what I'm saying? And the bench is good, but it's just got a little bit weaker. So I don't know, man. I think it's really Portland or OKC that could potentially do something.
Who wins the MVP, though, for the regular season?
James Harden deserves it.
LeBron.
But I think LeBron may actually steal it. But I think
LeBron, they're going to give it to James Harden.
Yeah. I hope they do. He deserves it. That's 3 years in a row he should have got it.
Yeah, James is going to get LeBron. I think you're right. And so you said something earlier that sometimes we take LeBron for granted. We take the way he plays for granted because he plays with excellence all the time. So we take it for granted, and we don't qualify it as MVP caliber when really every year LeBron could be the MVP.
The MVP, yep.
Yeah.
He really could be. We just take it for granted because we're used to seeing him play like this for years because he went from high school straight to the NBA. So he's been in the NBA for a long time, man. Yeah. So I just think we take him for granted.
What he did with them changing the whole team mid-season, that's kind of like a unique thing for him to say, for him to be able to still. Once he decided to kick it in gear 2 weeks ago into the next gear, all of a sudden it was like, all right, I'm going to take whoever's with me, you coming with me. And so that's MVP worthy. But once again, James Harden is just ridiculous this year. Now, who's the rookie of the year?
Mr. Donovan Mitchell in Utah because he is a true rookie.
Yes.
He's not a red shirt like Ben Simmons, even though Ben Simmons has been a big part of Philadelphia in their resurgence and being the number 3 seed in the East. Donovan Mitchell is a true rookie. This was his first season in the NBA.
Yeah.
3 years out of Louisville. So, and he's a rookie that helped lead this team to the playoffs.
And I feel like,
and he's a dog on the offensive end,
And he's and when he's on the court, he's one of their number one options usually. Like the offense really does kind of flow through him. Where when Embiid's on the court, he's really kind of Simmons makes a lot of things happen, but that offense is really designed to be friendly for Embiid. So at the end of the day, they can win without Embiid. But I'm bringing up him just to say that he's not. The Simmons, I think, is interchangeable, to some degree. I think they could still have a certain level of success where I think Utah absolutely would not have had the level of success this year. He really took the place of Gordon Hayward, just flat out So for me, I like Mitchell, and mainly just because of the pettiness of he's a real rookie. Real rookies should win it. Too bad you got injured. You're not a rookie. You got a chance to practice with and get all the advantages of being around the NBA for a whole year, soaking in that atmosphere. You have a mental advantage, if not, physical.
So is Big Cuz coming back?
Yeah, he's in the playoffs. Yeah. That's the highlight of the year. He should get comeback player of the year. Period.
In fact, I think I'm gonna change my Facebook picture to his picture with the Cavs, man, because he that beard is so crispy. It reminds me of my wedding.
It's very toasty, sir.
Yeah.
Your beard was just like this. See this right here?
Black, triple black.
This is you right here. How y'all doing?
Michael Blackston Black.
It was.
Crispy.
Man. So that's our NBA talk, man. Raw Dog, you ready?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right.
First of all, you want me to just jump right into it?
All right. So we're about to introduce something real quick for you guys. As you know, when you listen to the show, I don't rant. I never rant. Nor does Jay. But sometimes Raw Dog rants. So this is Raw Dog's rant of the week.
All right. First of all, I want to do a little rant about the Ratchet Report song and how terrible it was and how bad of an idea it was to bring it back. Now, I love my boys to death, but I warned them that this was going to be bad. They didn't listen to me, and this is what happens when you don't respect your elders. Bam. Number 2, I'm getting sick and tired of the Thunder being bipolar. Every other week, I'm either feeling good about myself or I'm feeling bad about myself as a Thunder fan. Get it together, guys. Stop being bipolar. Take your medication, and let's get into this playoffs. And let's make some stuff happen. Stop putting me through these changes. I got high blood pressure. I don't need this right now. Okay? So let's see some consistency. KD still sucks. I don't care how good he is. I don't care how good he is. He still sucks to me. I have not gotten over him leaving Oklahoma City like he did. He's still a sucky person. His personality sucks. His hair sucks. Everything about him just sucks to me. And when I see him, I am mentally booed. Speaking of sucking, the Chicago Bears are forever sucking. And that's making me mad. I wish that we could at least get a decent quarterback. Can we get a decent quarterback? How we go from having suck-ass quarterbacks to having these young quarterbacks that don't know what they're doing? I'm tired of all the sucking. I want to be able to have conversations with these two guys and have winning teams. I can't do that with the Thunder because they're bipolar. I can't do that with the Bears because they suck. And KD still sucks. There's too much sucking going on. Pause. Absolutely. And that's my rant for this week, man. Stop all the sucking.
All right.
Let's get back. Pause.
All right. So that's the Raw Dog rant of the week. It's now time for us to get into oh my God. It's now time for us to get into the struggle face of the week.
Okay, first of all, why is Jay looking like he getting ready to have a romantic...
He does like it's the Alexander O'Neal video shoot.
Hey, man, what's happening
If we was here with you tonight.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, my Lord. Remember that part? He was looking at the guy like this. Oh, Lord.
His eyes, as Chris would say, the North Tulsa cold. Alexander O'Neal.
Turn some
His
lights
eyes
on.
can stop traffic.
Right. Jay, it don't look right, man. Turn some lights on. It look weird.
Hey, man, it's all, man.
Just do your struggle face, man. We gonna let it be.
All right, the struggle face of the week is from UFC fighter Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, as you know, he's still a two-time champion with the UFC right now, but his last time he was seen was getting whooped up by Floyd Money Mayweather. But last Thursday, Conor went to a press conference in the Barclays, and he took out his frustrations on some of the UFC fighters that were fighting on the card for Saturday. He threw some things at the bus, and he ended up injuring a couple of the fighters, and they had to take a couple of fights off of the show. Well, I guess he thought he was going to get away with it, but he didn't. He ended up going to jail that night for being a donkey. And so that's why I picked Conor McGregor as the struggle face of the week because, you know what I'm saying, he got enough money from getting whooped by Floyd. He could have left it alone, but obviously he had to do some stupid stuff, and that's what happened.
All right, so
struggle face of the week.
Hey, you were making kids and people uncomfortable with your camera angle. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Would you turn some lights on. You act like.
Hey, man, the show is almost over with, man.
So we gotta see. That don't mean you get to get all romantic on us, man. What's wrong with you?
Hey, man, it's daylight saving time, player.
Well, save some time and put some daylight in there, bro.
Maybe my electric is not cut on right now. Jeez.
All right, man.
But your internet is?
No, I'm on my cell phone. I'm using up my data.
Priorities ain't right. Your priorities ain't right, man.
All right.
They can barely see you, man.
That's the struggle face. Hey, join us next week and coming weeks. We'll make sure that we'll have more UFC and boxing talk with us. A little segment we like to call We Need Jesse.
We need
Jesse. We need Jesse.
Hey, look. What is... Oh, my God. What is wrong?
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
We doing a show here, bruh. Oh, my God. Go ahead, Drew.
You got to love this show. So,
Jeez, man.
One of our favorite segments of the Barbershop 918 is the final cut. This is the final cut for episode 100. J-Rock, take it away, boss. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me let you get your life together since you just talked. Let's go back to Raw Dog, and then we'll go to you. Is that okay? Or are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Raw Dog. Go home, Raw Dog.
Go home.
What?
Go ahead, Raw Dog.
I just said go home, bro. Not like
He
what?
tell you to do that. Get out there, man. Get on them streets. You
All right, so here's the deal, man.
Leather jacket and all.
let them use you. Kind of win.
Hey, man, can I start, man? Can I start? Okay, so, man, I've been knowing Jay since Jay was a teenager. I've been knowing Drew for the past 3 years. And like Drew said earlier in the show, we all met up at Buffalo Wild Wings. It just happened. Shout out to Green. And it's been happening for the past 3 years now, man. And I'm glad to be a part of this, man. Even when we disagree, because sometimes we do disagree amongst us three, we still work it out like brothers, man. And we try to give you good product. And I just want to say, as much as hard as a time as I give Drew and Jay, I really love these brothers. Proud of them. I can say that because I'm older than they are, and they keep reminding me of that for some reason. But I couldn't do this with anybody else and do it the way we've been doing it for the past 3 years and not be this proud, man. So shout out to the Barbershop 918, 100 episodes. I love you guys, man. That's real.
All right, the dictionary defines the word loyalty as a state of quality of being loyal. When we first started doing this, me and Drew got together and we talked about it. And I told him the only way I would do this show is if Raw Dog could do it, because me and Raw Dog, we had already started recording the Barbershop 918. We had an episode in the tank, but I told him it just wouldn't feel right if I did this show if I didn't have Raw Dog on it, because it was our vision as well to have the show. And so we've been loyal to each other for the 100 episodes. We've never did an episode unless all three of us have been there. And that's what defines loyalty to me, because these two guys are like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Drew, he's younger than me, but he's like a big brother. Raw Dog is always, like I said, he's always been my big brother. Going back to 88th and Lewis, when we used to go pick him up, we play basketball at Johnson Park. It's just he's always been loyal. We just been loyal, and that's what's been defined the three of us, is the loyalty that we've had. In fact, Drew got a picture of us behind him right now. I'm looking at, we was all looking clean that day. But hopefully we can do another 100 episodes. I love you guys. We love you, the fans. And as we always say, winners win and losers lose, and they all find a way to do what they do. I'm J-Rock, and I'm out. Yeah.
Thank you for using the dictionary.
I'm glad you turned the lights on, bro.
All right, so like the gentleman said, it's going to be much of the same thing. I thank you for listening to the Barbershop 918 consistently. It's a show. It's just what we do. It's who we are. We have fun with it. We encourage you to do the same. If you got a show and you got a voice, you got something you want to do it. I mean, your show, you can't do it like we do it, because obviously we're excellence. Like, we just spew it. It's just everywhere. Yeah. So if you could see Raw Dog, you would see that he's actually giving you a physical example. But we love you guys for listening, and we love you guys for watching us and all the different things. So go back on Buzzsprout and listen to all the archive, the old shows, and get up on YouTube and see what we've posted on there. And of course, we've got our website. Now, I'm saying all that just to say that this is a labor of love. We really put a lot into this. And so, but we get a lot of satisfaction out of it. So my encouragement for you today is to go out there, get together with people that's like-minded, that has a passion for something, that has an idea. Because the beautiful thing is, Jay and Raw Dog had the idea for the Barbershop 918, but it wasn't like I had the exact same idea miles away, like not even connected. So it's beautiful how God put us together. We are meant to be together. Like, we need each other to survive, like in humanity. So don't isolate yourself. Go find some people and go be great together, because this is what greatness looks like. We get together and we make greatness, and we call it the Barbershop 918. And you can always check us out. Hold on real quick, I gotta say my part. And remember, hate can't drive out hate. Only love can do that. Thank you for listening to the Barbershop 918. You can always check us out at
thebarbershop918.com. You can check us out on Buzzsprout, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, of course. Hey, man, if you Google us, you're going to find us. If you don't find us, then you ain't looking for us, and you should, because we're the Barbershop 918, and that's how we roll, baby.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
100 episodes deep.
100 episodes.
J-Rock, how you feel?
I feel good, man. Now I'm gonna go start another podcast, man.
Oh, you already have, sir.
You already have. What's the plug your podcast? Plug your
Segment,
podcast.
segment, was it segment 2? What's it called? Segment something.
No. What are you talking about? It's the Blue Magic podcast with my boy Heezy and Shorty 5'2".
All right.
I
actually listened to it, and it's a pretty good show. I didn't know. Like, I'm waiting on them to review the latest Kirk Franklin or something, so I can be down. But other than that, it's a pretty good show.
Because ain't nothing like twerking to Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
And the people say.
So make sure you check that out, man. Each one of us are always up to something good. Have your shows already passed, Raw Dog?
Actually, this weekend I'll be in Bartlesville at the Heritage Theater and Theater Club. They'll be serving dinner there. We'll be there doing our improv, like $10 at the door. And then, of course, next week we'll be in Tulsa at the Rabbit Hole.
I'll be there, front row,
on Lewis, and we're gonna 18 and up, man. So ain't no drinking, no alcohol. Well, hey, man, come on. If you're gonna have 18-year-olds, you can't have alcohol in there. So
hey, they had beer the last time I was there. That's all I'm saying.
They did?
Yeah.
But it's 18 and up. Because the humor is adult, but it's real funny, man, and we have a good time. So next couple of weeks, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing some performing.
All right. As for me, like I've been asking you guys here lately, if you've been watching my Facebook, please make sure you go to www.ucaring.com/naturallybeautiful and help me and my wife out with our Naturally Beautiful project. We're here in the Pacific Northwest trying to make sure that little kids get their hair braided and done for free through
Shout
our
out to Miss
program.
Regina.
Yes, who is a huge fan of the Barbershop 918. So, all right, man, we love you guys. Thank you for letting us get to 100 episodes. This has been great. Jay, can you sing us out? I know you've been preparing. You practicing with the Mass Choir. Here's your solo.
Take me to the King.